sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns on Thursday night primetime.
Now from the home of the Dog Pound, EA Sports welcomes you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepares?
The veteran Dustin Hopkins has this one teed up, and we are underway here in Cleveland. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So the new-look Steelers offense headed out for their first drive, led by a man in his 13th NFL season now. First as a Steeler, Russell Wilson.
After a tough couple of years in Denver, Wilson finally gets his fresh start, and he's certainly hoping to make the most of it. Truthfully, though, it's been tough sledding ever since being traded from Seattle a few years back, but he still has the talent and tools to make this next chapter a positive one.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Now they fake the jet sweep there and a run instead with Harris. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now Wilson. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply the offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 6. They run again with Harris. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
The Steelers' new punter for 2024, Corliss Waitman on to punt. Jalen Darden deep for Cleveland. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So here comes the Browns offense with a long field ahead. They'll be under the command of the former Florida State Seminole, the #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
And we're talking about one of the league's true extroverts in the quarterback position. For better or worse, he's going to throw the ball all over the field. And that aggressive approach is one of the main reasons why they went after him in free agency.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And some room to work. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Halted in his tracks by Keanu Benton. No score after one on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Jameis to throw it. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They go up the middle with Chubb. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now Winston. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. That was a lightning-fast incompletion. He got it, he threw it, and it fell to the ground.
What's that expression, life comes at you fast? In this case, the defenders came even faster. Incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Winston now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. From the gun, Winston. Toward the pylon, caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Now Winston. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jordan Akins there to make the grab. And the Browns post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. A pretty long drive there. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Wilson. To the sideline and incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Second and 10. Here's Wilson. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Third and 3. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now brings up 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, Corliss Waitman on to punt. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Browns drive about to get started. And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We saw a terrific first half from the Browns quarterback, Jameis Winston. His touchdown pass is the only score of the game thus far, as his guys hold a 7-0 lead to this point.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Here's Winston. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Now a 2nd and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Now Wilson. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Calvin Austin, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are an extra point away from evening this one up. It took them a little while, but they are on the board here in this third quarter, and now with a chance to tie this up.
And it gives them a chance to exhale just a little bit, right? Because most of the time, if your first points come in the second half, you're often hopelessly out of the game, but not in this case. Now they have something to build on and a chance to mount a comeback.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So that drive, 4 plays. And in the end, a Calvin Austin touchdown grab finished the drive off. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards. That last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Going out wide, finds Chubb. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
To throw is Winston. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Into the hands of Cedric Tillman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And Chubb will try the middle here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So on comes the kicker, Dustin Hopkins, in a big spot. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Hopkins' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Now Wilson. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. Harris running straight ahead. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. He was trying to turn the corner, but he will go nowhere. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it? And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Wilson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Throwing now is Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
That swung out wide to Harris. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Boswell's kick is good. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. This is 1st and 10. Winston to throw. Completes to Njoku. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Winston. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Brandon, you got to have some urgency here. You got to get the guys back to the line of scrimmage, but the problem is they're all 30 yards downfield after that play.
Here's 2nd down. Now Winston. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. What can they come up with here? It's 3rd and 7. Here's Winston. And that's caught at the 25. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by the late touchdown. It's a 7-point lead here in the final minute of the game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Wilson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Here's Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense has been so stingy all game long. No reason to think it's suddenly going to open up now. They took their shot, but this, like many others, falls incomplete.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. One last shot for Wilson. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.